Let's hello, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial we learn about primitive data types in Java. In Java there are a lot of primitive data types to store variables like numbers, floating point decimals, characters and booleans. Some of the primitive data types are int, byte. From the smallest we can there are for integer numbers like whole numbers like 1 to 10, like that. So without any decimal points, like without point 0.5, point 0.2, these whole numbers like 1 from 1 to 3, like that. We have byte for small numbers up to byte for small numbers. Short, it is little bit longer than this. It and if you have little more large number, you can use int, and still you want largest numbers, if the long is the one, you can long is a data type. So for integers there are four data types: byte, short, int and long. For decimal numbers, like, and you can have the sizes of each integers. For example, byte needs one byte of storage location. For short needs 2 bytes, means 8 to the 16 bits. You need 16 bits for storing this short. Similarly, int needs 4 bytes. That means 4 is a 32 bits. You need to have 32 bits to store this number. So long needs 80 to 64 bits. So when you define these data types, these are the memory locations. This is a memory. This much of memory will be used. So like that. For decimal numbers, next come to decimal numbers. For decimal numbers there are two types of data types. They are float and double. For float, you can the size of the float is 4 bytes or 32 bits. And double, both saves the same decimal number, but decimal stores a larger number, double stores the larger decimal number. While next coming to characters like a, b, c, d, we have char as an data type. Which with char data type you can store a variable within a characters. Here you can store the variable with the decimals. Here we can store the variable with whole numbers. So this is what data types are used for. And finally, if you have a true or false case, like a true or false, you have a boolean data type which can store either true value of true or false. This is all about primitive data types. Let's hope you understood where can we use these primitive data types, like which scenarios. Like, for if you have integers like whole numbers, you can use these four. If you have decimal numbers, if your requirement is like gravity is 3.15, pi is equals to mathematical decimal points, you need float. If you have using character, you can have data type character. Boolean, if you have true or false conditions, like either it is true or false, this is the one. Boolean is the data type for that. Thank you very much for this tutorial.